Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. Munawar Hamid is before you. So today we are going to discuss three terms of GRE vocabulary. The first term is adroit, A-D-R-O-I-T. I repeat the spelling, A-D-R-O-I-T. It means skillful. If you are a skillful person, it means you are an adroit person. Recently, I have written a letter to the editor and in which I used this term as well. The adroit teacher transfers the knowledge successfully. If you are an adroit teacher, it means you are a skillful person. So an adroit person means a skillful person. Adroit means skillful. So if you are skillful, you are basically adding value in such a way that by your skills you are adding value. You understand? A-D-R-O-I-T. Adroit means skillful. The second term is A-U-S-T-E-R-E. Austere. I mean, you see, life is basically something in which ups and down, and sometimes, like monks and monks, how do they live? They live in a very severe condition. They do not spend a comfortable life. So when you are living in, when I am using this term A-U-S-T-E-R-E, austere, it means basically lacking what? Lacking the basic facilities of the life. I mean, living in a severe condition. I'm not living, alhamdulillah, now I'm not living in an austere condition. For example, if I say I'm not living in an austere condition, it means basically my existence is comfortable. You get the point? There are many people, they are not living in comfortable and they are in austere condition. We should be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are not living in austere condition. You get the point? We make the mistake sometimes, and sometimes there are few things which come across to you, and you, by the support of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, can always carry those things. You understand? The third term which I learned today, the first term which I learned today, I'm sharing once again with you, adroit, and the second is austere. Adroit means skillful, S-K-I-L-L-F-U-L, skillful, S-K-I-L-L-F-U-L, skillful. I mean, adroit means a person who is skillful. The example was the adroit teacher transfers the knowledge successfully, and we should transfer the knowledge successfully to our students. Then austere, A-U-S-T-E-R-E, austere, it means lacking what? Lacking comfortable position. I mean, you live in a severe condition or challenging condition. It means you are living, I mean, this is an adjective. The first was also adjective. I am not living in a very austere condition or existence. The third term which I am going to, this I repeated. The third term which I am going to discuss is ambivalent, A-M-B-I-V-A-L-E-N-T. And this term is basically showing, I mean, you know what happens in life, sometimes you want to decide something, you want to take a decision, but in fact, you take this decision or that decision, there's a tie between these two. So when there's a tie between these two, and these two decisions, there's a tie between these two decisions, either you should take this decision or that decision, it means you are in an ambivalent condition. So what do you say? Having contradictory feelings, okay, unable to choose between two alternative course of action. You should know that how to choose. I mean, your mind is guiding you in such a way that you go and you say, okay, this one. It means you are not under ambivalent condition. But when you are under ambivalent condition, what does it mean? It means basically you are not fixed in your mind, you are not comfortable, you are not, you cannot decide the things, simple as that. So when you cannot decide the things, you are under ambivalent condition. So So when you are under ambivalent condition, what does it mean? It means you are unable to take a decision. Sometimes it happens in our life, and we cannot choose the things, and we cannot take a correct, I should say, decision. And that's a very, I should say that, dangerous thing in life. The ripple effect comes maybe later, because at that point of time you could not take a right decision because you are ambivalent. You are not able to choose a correct decision. You are unable to take a correct decision, a right course of action. So when you are not taking a right course of action, what happens? You are under ambivalent conditions. For example, if I say that if I want to do option A, due to which I will feel happy, but it's quite possible my family, my children do not feel happy. Number two, if my children are happy, my family is happy, my children are happy, and if I'm taking that decision to make them happy, then maybe I'm not happy. It means basically that is his ambivalent condition. If my boss is happy to do something, and I'm unable to do that thing due to something, I mean, you're working for the organization. In audit we say, rule number 1, job is right, boss is right. Rule number 2, boss is not right. Rule number 3, see rule number 1. Boss is always right. Remember this. So what we're talking about? We're talking about here a term of GRE which is ambivalent. The first term was adroit. Adroit means skillful. The second term was ambivalent. Third term is ambivalent. And the second term was austere. A-U-S-T-E-R-E, austere. It's an adjective. I mean, living in an uncomfortable situation, lacking, you're lacking something which you need, basically. So you are in austere condition. It's an adjective. And the third was what? The third was ambivalent. Ambivalent means unable to take a decision because you are thinking, you're double-minded. So we are double-minded, you are in ambivalent condition. The fourth term is here, amalgamate. When we talk about amalgamation, this is basically an accounting term. I'm an accounting teacher. And it's something, English is something, I'm not doing something different. The winners, I read somewhere that winners do not do different things, they do things differently. That's a philosophy, that's a subjective mind. I'm not saying that's wrong. But wherever you are improving your language, especially English, so you can come across to, multiple fields. So I'm not doing something different, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm using here, I would like to say this thing, that I'm using these terms for my own benefit as well as the benefit of the audience. You people, my friends, you understand? So my family members. So basically, amalgamate means you take the small things and then you join them. You understand? Amalgamate I will use in accounting. I am an accounting teacher, as I told you. So to combine small element into a large one, that is what? That's basically amalgamate. Right? Example of law allows 2 or more small companies to amalgamate into a large corporation. That's the amalgamation. Okay, amalgamation is a topic also, and it is also in BCom accounting, amalgamation. Especially students of ICMA and CA, they definitely they have to study amalgamation in company accounting. So how many terms today we discuss? 1 is left. 4 we discuss. Number 1, adroit. It means skillful. Number 2, austere. Austere means lacking in comfortable situation, living in a challenging situation. The third was ambivalent. When we talk about ambivalent, it means we are talking about how do you feel difficulty in taking decision between two course of alternatives. The fourth one was amalgamate. It means combining different things. And the fifth is basically, now I'm going to discuss, and that is adulation. I just did my classes as well. ADULATION. It's a noun. Adulation. Excessive praise. In Urdu we say खुशामद, चमचागिरी कहते हैं, चापलूसी. This is basically adulation. Adulation, praise, excessive praise is basically the young employee's adulation of the senior boss irritated their chairman. Three people here: the young employee, the boss, and the chairman. The young employee's adulation, ADULATION, the young employee's adulation to the senior boss, of the senior boss, or for the senior boss, on a paid position, irritated to whom? To their chairman, the chairman of the company. So I created this sentence for my friends from the students. So basically, today we learned 5 terms. The first term was what? The first term was adroit, ADROIT. Adroit means what? Adroit means skillful. He is an adroit accounts teacher. Okay. Number 2, adroit accounts teacher means, or adroit chemistry teacher. Adroit means skillful. Number 2, austere, AUSTERE. This is also an adjective. It means lacking luxury or comfortable situation and living in challenging situation, severe or strife condition. I'm not living in an austere condition. I'm not living in an austere condition. You see, when we talk about austere, you can connect a concept of gratitude, thankfulness. You are thankful to God. That is gratitude. You understand? So you should be gratitude. And the third is what? The third was gratitude means and we are talking about austere. I told you. The third is ambivalent. AMBIVALENT. Ambivalent means having contradicting feelings, unable to choose between two alternative courses of action. That is what? That is basically ambivalent. And unfortunately, people who do not know the art of decision making, the people who do not know about the decision traps, they basically take ambivalent decision, and those ambivalent decisions hurt them, because at that moment of time when you are going to decide something, you did not take a right decision. You took a wrong decision, and the ripple effects are coming because of you will live in the situation the whole life with that feeling in which your mind is giving not a specific direction to you. You're always feeling that you took a wrong decision, and whatever the opponent is doing, good to you even, you could not understand, you cannot absorb, you cannot digest. You understand? This is basically what? This is basically your ambivalent decision. And when we take the ambivalent decision, the life hurts you. You understand? The life hurts you. So be careful. Do not take the ambivalent decision. Think about the things. I'm ambivalent about my visit to a specific country, for example. Okay? ambivalent my visit to, I should say, to India. Because it's quite possible some people would bias and deliver a lecture to students who are from India. So it's quite possible some students who are having a feeling this sort that why Mr. Munawwar is teaching to Indian students. You see, so maybe they will not feel comfortable by my this decision. But on the other hand, my Indian students, they feel very happy that he is teaching us. So here I am supposed to understand that my decision, what does he say? He says having contradicting feeling, unable to choose between two course of alternatives. It was ambivalent. You get the point? The fourth is amalgamate. When we talk about amalgamation, we are talking about combining the small units, unite the things, the small unit into one. So, to combine several elements into a whole, the law allows small companies to amalgamate into a large corporation. And the fifth and last one of today's lecture is what? That is about adulation, which means excessive praise. So when you praise excessively, it means basically what you are doing? You might irritate some people. So I created an example. The young employee's adulation irritated. To whom? Adulation for whom? Adulation of the senior boss irritated the chairman. You get the point? So this was all about today's 5 vocabularies. I'm not making any promise, but I will try that whenever I will have time, I will cover this box. Shows GRE Essential, in which I have different vocabularies, flashcards. This is a flashcard. You can see this is the flashcard. Okay, in the flashcard you can see the term is there, and then at the back you can see the meaning and the example. You get the point? So my flashcard is full. You can see it is full, right? And there are many which I am supposed to take one by one. So GRE examinations. The students who take the GRE examination, they can get the benefits. Thank you very much. You people are in my prayers, and I want you to please keep me in your prayers as well. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Pakistan Zindabad.